Welcome to the Activated Story Theater's 175th podcast.
This episode we bring you The Monkey and the Boar, a tale from Japan.
Hi, I'm Dennis.
And I'm Kimberly.
And together we are the Activated Actors.
We're coming to you from Wompatuck State Park in Massachusetts.
That's just south of Boston, near the seashore. It's near Hingham and some other towns.
We've had a good tour in Massachusetts. We do have one more show coming up that will be a live public show. We'll tell you about that. Well, actually, we could probably just tell you about that right now. It's at the Wellesley Library this Wednesday in Wellesley, Massachusetts. And
Wednesday, 7 p.m.
Yeah, this Wednesday. By this Wednesday, I mean...
This Wednesday.
I mean August.
23rd.
August 23rd. That will be our final summer reading program. We have done 50 shows this summer at libraries all across the country.
We've done 49 so far, but we'll have one more.
Oh, we will have done 50 by the end of the summer.
So that's a very busy summer.
Yeah.
We can't believe it's over already, and here we are.
Yep, and then we start fall programs. We'll be performing at schools in the fall and the East Coast in the New England area. So if you are affiliated with a school in New England and you're interested in being activated, be sure to pass on the information to your school and give us a call, 800-429-6576, or check our website for booking information, activatedstorytheater.com. Okay, we've got a story for you, but we'll get you a little caught up on what we've been doing since we last spoke to you and brought you a story.
Well, we came from Charleston, West Virginia, and we went to Pennsylvania through Amish country, stopped at the Strasburg Railroad Museum where we used to take our son Zephyr when he was little.
Oh, yes, that brought back memories. They have steam engines there.
Very old steam engines that you can take a ride on.
Neat place to go to. So we did the Pennsylvania. We came through Williamsport where they have the Little League competitions.
Little League World Series, which is going on right now as we
is.
speak. And we also went through Selinsgrove. We performed in Selinsgrove, Pennsylvania again, where Kimberly has some roots.
I do. And we went to Beavertown. And then we came all the way up to New York. I believe New York was... Well, we passed through New York on the way to New Hampshire.
Yes.
And I got to go to a balloon festival. Oh, my goodness. It was a hot air balloon festival, and the balloons were so cool to be. I was right up next to them, and I got to watch them blow them up, like with hot air, and they floated off to the sky.
And one of them flew right over the RV, which was a few miles away from where they launched. But they have this festival every year, third largest hot air balloon festival in the U.S. It's a balloon festival, and Speedy, I believe I'm pronouncing that right, Speedy, which is a kind of marinated meat on a stick.
This is coming from vegetarians who know nothing about
But strangely enough, they celebrate those two things at the same time.
So that was really cool. Then we went to Albany, New York, where we got to go to Five Wits, which is an interactive adventure place. And we got to do the adventure in space. I think they call it deep space.
Deep space, yes. We happen to know the manager there.
And you know him if you've been listening to all of our podcasts from the very, very beginning. It is our son Zephyr. That's where he is working, in Five Wits in Albany. So we got to go play there and got to see him. And now we went up to New Hampshire. We did some shows up there, and now we're in Massachusetts.
And we went to Cape Cod. We had a show on Cape Cod for the first time in a few years, and got to stay at Nickerson State Park, which is one of our favorite places to camp.
And do the bike trail.
Have a very good bike trail that's, I think, 23 miles long.
Mm-hmm. And we did run into some more podcast listeners who came to our show in Massachusetts. I am sorry I did not get your names. I apologize, but thank you so much for coming to the show. And that was at our,
I believe that was at Braintree.
Yeah, it was at the Braintree branch.
Library.
Yes, thank you so much for coming to the show. You guys rocked. Thank you.
And next time you come, leave us your name so we can give you.
I'm sorry, that was my bad. I was right before the show. I was talking to them, and I just didn't even think. I'm sorry. Anyway, we love it when our podcast listeners come to our live shows and get activated. We have got a story for you guys. I believe it's time to start the story.
Why not?
Okay.
Yes.
So this story is called The Monkey and the Boar, a tale from Japan.
Long ago in Japan, there lived a poor man Da, da, da. And his poor wife. And poor baby. They were so poor, they could only afford one for the baby. Now, the poor man also owned a poor monkey. And every day, the poor man would take the poor monkey to the marketplace and have him do tricks. Fetch the ball. Good monkey. Stand on one paw. Good monkey. Pull a rabbit out of a hat. Oh, right. Guess we'll have to work on that a while first.
And when the monkey would do those tricks, the people would applaud and drop coins in the man's hat.
Thank you, my friends, thank you.
Now, the man didn't make a lot of money this way, but it was enough to feed him and feed his poor wife and their poor baby. Then one... Oh, and of course, their poor monkey. Then one day, he came home and told his poor wife,
Oh, my poor wife, I think we need to send for a butcher tomorrow.
I'm not sure we can afford another place at the dinner table right now.
No, I mean bring him for our monkey.
You mean pet monkeys have pet butchers?
No, I think he might want to buy our monkey.
The butcher is in show business too?
No, but he might want to buy the monkey to, sell for meat.
That doesn't sound like a very effective way to improve the monkey's job performance.
I'm giving up on the monkey's job performance. He just can't do his tricks like he used to. He can't balance on his tail at all anymore. I think he's just gotten too old to perform.
Now, dear, maybe he's just evolving or something.
I'm losing money every day because of him. I have to get rid of him while I can still get a little money for him and maybe buy another monkey or a mouse or at least a cricket.
Well, very well. I guess Father knows best. This is a patriarchal society, after all.
But what they didn't know was that the monkey was in the next room listening, and they didn't know that he could understand humanese. And strangely enough, he did not like what he heard one bit.
Gotta get out of here! Gotta get out of here!
So he took off scampering into the woods, but he didn't get very far before he ran into a wild boar. Hey, why don't you watch where you're scampering?
Oh, sorry! I just had to get away from that house.
House? You're living in a house? And you're running away from it? Oh, you should try being one of us homeless beasts in the woods for a while. My only grub is grubs. You don't know how lucky you are.
In a pig's eye! You don't understand. My master's going to sell me to a butcher.
Oh, that's not good. A butcher is the last person I want to see in this neighborhood. Why is he selling you to a butcher?
Oh, he says I'm not doing my job anymore. Says I don't do my tricks as well as I used to.
Is that true?
I don't know. I guess I could be suffering from burnout, but I do the same spiel day in and day out, all for bananas. And just a few bananas at that. I never get a raise. No health care, no vacations. I don't even have an understudy. But that's no reason to have me turn into simian sausage. I mean, I gotta head for Mongolia or somewhere.
Wait. Maybe there's something I can do to help you out.
You? No offense, but what can a boar possibly do to help a monkey in distress? I mean, isn't the reason you're homeless because you built a house out of straw and that wouldn't stand up to a wolf's breath?
Yeah, but I've learned a lot since then. Let me see now. Does anyone else live in the house besides you and your master?
Well, yes, there's his poor wife and poor baby and, a few cockroaches and...
Baby, huh? Tell me, does the mother ever put the baby down anywhere near the door?
Well, yes. Every morning when she's doing the chores in the kitchen, she puts the baby down in the kitchen floor for a while.
Splendid. Okay, look. Early tomorrow morning, before she starts working, you make sure the door is open just a crack, and then run back here to wait for me in the woods. Got it?
That's it? That's your brilliant plan?
Trust me, I've been rooting around for years.
So, early the next morning, the monkey sneaked into the kitchen. Some people would say he snuck into the kitchen, but it doesn't matter, because this was Japan, and nobody spoke English. He opened the door, eased outside, left the door open a crack, as the boar said, and then went scampering into the woods. Meanwhile, the poor woman came into the kitchen with her poor baby and set him down on the poor floor. "There you are, my little pumpkin wumpkin. Oh, you just sit right there and watch Mommy work, and maybe it will all sink in. And when you're older, you'll want to get up and help out. First, I'll cook breakfast. Then I'll wash the dishes. Then I'll churn the butter. And then I'll sweep the floors. Then I'll do the sewing. And after I finish that, I'll get busy doing my chores."
Meanwhile, the boar crept up to the house and peeked through the crack in the door. "Not yet. Not yet. Okay, her back is turned. It's now or never."
Then he pushed the door open with his snout, rushed into the kitchen, and grabbed the baby by its gown, or whatever it was called, and rushed back outside. "Hey! Where did you come from? What are you doing here? Get away from my baby! Oh, come back here with him before I render you into lard!"
Here, what's all the commotion?
"The baby! He's gone!"
Really? Boy, one minute they can't even crawl, and the next minute they want their independence.
No, a boar came in and took him away.
A boar? That's a poor sign. I didn't know he'd been hanging out with that kind of crowd.
He doesn't. It was a wild boar. They must have come in from the woods, and he took our baby.
Don't worry, we'll get him back. Come on, to the woods.
Meanwhile, back in the woods, the wild boar, carrying the poor little baby, kept his appointment with the poor monkey.
Tag, you're it.
"Why, you pig-napped the baby!" "Huh, I get it. I get to rescue him and be a hero."
Precisely. I know it might be a bit cliche if humans did it, but you must admit, for the size brain I have to work with, it's not bad. Now hurry.
"Thanks, pal. I owe you one."
So the poor little monkey wrapped his prehensile tail around the poor little baby and carried him back toward the house.
"Look, dear, it's the monkey bringing our baby back."
That's odd. If he's going to bring it back so soon, why would he even bother taking it?
"He didn't. Did you hear what I told you? A wild boar took him."
Oh, you were serious about that. I thought maybe you just misplaced the baby and used the boar as a scapegoat.
"Don't be ridiculous. Our baby almost got bored." "Oh, my little pumpkin wumpkin, so glad to have you back, safe and sound. Oh, and what a darling little monkey wunky to rescue him. And you almost sold him to a butcher.
Okay. If the monkey can stand up to a wild boar, he must be stronger than I thought. I guess I made a mistake this once."
You certainly did.
Don't rub it in. Hey, did you see how that monkey carried the baby with its tail? And the kid didn't even seem the least bit alarmed. I wonder how old our son will have to be before he wants to join the act.
And so the monkey lived happily with the family for many more years, and he learned a whole new set of tricks once they realized that he could understand when humans talked. And every day he would secretly carry some food out to the woods to give to the wild boar.
Thanks, pal. I owe you one. And that's the story of the monkey and the boar from Japan.
I bet you haven't heard that story before.
I bet not. Well, obviously somebody had to write the script, so I plead guilty to that.
And I haven't heard it till I actually just started speaking the lines.
All right, well, we do have one public show coming up in October in Massachusetts, and we'll tell you about that next month. Keep you in suspense.
Yes, and we'll keep you in suspense. Or you can just go to our website and check the details on that, activatedstorytheater.com. Our website got a whole new facelift, too.
Oh.
So if you haven't been to our website for a while, go check it out. I'd love your feedback. Let me know if everything's working on your end, if you can see it okay. I know I still have some issues that I have to work out with the mobile version, but desktop version is up and looking pretty good, and the website for the mobile version is improved, but I know I still need to do some work on that. So just let me know what you think, all right?
And we're going to be in New England through
Through the
fall,
end of October.
to the end of October, so
Yep.
we're going to get to see some leaves.
Yes.
And we'll be checking in with you again before we head south for the
We
winter.
will. We'll catch you next month. Until then,
Stay activated.
Activated Story Theater is committed to bringing fun, educational shows to schools and libraries nationwide. On stage, we use physical comedy, American Sign Language, imaginative props, and a giant, oversized book to bring multicultural folktales to life. For booking information, check out our website, activatedstorytheater.com, where you can also find out when the activated actors will be performing near you. Read a story or order one of our audio CDs. You can subscribe to this podcast on iTunes or listen on Stitcher. We look forward to your comments and folktale suggestions. Stay activated. Until next time.